You know, there's a battle raging inside you, right now. It's a conflict that's been fought for thousands and thousands of years, with some pretty high stakes and a relentless enemy. And the battlefield? It's your mouth. So let's pull back the curtain on this unseen war.
To really get what's going on, we need to jump in a time machine and go back about 15,000 years. So what do you think? What's that one nagging, painful problem that you share with our ancient ancestors? The answer might actually surprise you.
Yep, a toothache. Can you believe it? Archaeologists digging up ancient human remains found teeth that were just riddled with cavities. And you know what caused them? The very same microscopic invaders that are living in your mouth right this second.
So yeah, this is not a new fight. We're dealing with an ancient enemy that has gotten really good at adapting to our modern lives. They were there when our ancestors were foraging for roots and berries, and they are absolutely thriving now every time we reach for a soda. The thing is, these microbes have been with us pretty much since birth. In fact, they're often passed from mother to child. They set up camp in our mouths, and as soon as they get the fuel they need from our diet, they can grow from a quiet little community into a full-blown destructive army.
So let's meet the main villain of our story, a little guy called Streptococcus mutans. We'll just call him Strep. Now, Strep and his friends have one true love: sugar. They just devour it. It's their energy source, what they use to build their colonies. But you know, like any really messy roommate, they do not clean up after themselves.
After feasting on the sugars from your last meal or snack, Strep and his buddies create this slimy gunk all over your teeth. That stuff? That's what scientists call a biofilm, but you and I know it as plaque. A little bit isn't the end of the world, but as it builds up, it becomes the enemy's forward operating base.
All right, so the bad guys have set up camp. Now let's take a look at the actual battlefield they're trying to conquer, your teeth. And let me tell you, they are one of the strongest parts of your body and a pretty formidable line of defense.
And what a battlefield it is. Your 32 permanent teeth they're basically engineering marvels. They're built from tough proteins like collagen and hardened with minerals like calcium, all designed for one primary job: breaking down your food.
Just like a well-trained army, each tooth has a very specific job. You've got your 8 incisors right up front. They're like the shock troops for biting into things. Then the 4 sharp canines are for tearing. And way in the back, you have 8 premolars and 12 massive molars. They are the heavy artillery, crushing and grinding everything down. It's a powerful system. But here's the thing, Strep and his buddies, they're clever. They don't just launch one big dumb attack. No, they're strategic. They wage a 2-front war, attacking your teeth and the very foundations that hold them in place at the same time. And this is their battle plan, laid out right here. On one front, you've got cavities. Think of that as a full-on chemical assault, a direct acid attack on the tooth itself. And on the other front, you've got gum disease, a much sneakier biological invasion that goes after the gums and bone.
Okay, let's look at this acid attack first. How does a cavity actually happen? Well, first, the bacteria fuel up on sugar. As they digest it, they produce lactic acid as a waste product. Now, Strep can handle the acid just fine, but your teeth? Not so much. Over time, that acid literally dissolves the protective enamel, breaching the armor. That lets the bacteria invade the softer layer underneath, the dentin. It doesn't hurt yet, but if they get all the way to the core, the nerves get exposed, and bam! That's when the real pain kicks in. Now that second attack. This one is way sneakier and honestly a lot more dangerous. When plaque builds up along your gum line, it irritates the tissue, causing inflammation and bleeding. That's gingivitis. So your body's immune system does what it's supposed to do. It sends fighter cells to battle the infection. But here's the tragic twist. In the chaos of the battle, your own immune cells end up damaging your own tissue and bone. Eventually, that support structure just dies. The gums pull away, and your teeth, with nothing left to hold on to, get loose and fall out.
And this is where things get really serious. This isn't just about losing a tooth or having a nice smile. When the enemy breaks past the defenses in your mouth, the war spills out into the rest of your body, and the consequences can be devastating.
See, once the gums are compromised, it's an open door. Strep and his friends can slip right into your bloodstream. And once they're in the bloodstream, it's like an open highway to the rest of your body. Your heart, your kidneys, your brain, they can cause widespread inflammation and damage. A problem that started as a little plaque has now become a threat to your entire life.
And if you're thinking, oh, that's probably super rare, well, Think again. This number, 10%. That's the percentage of Americans between the ages of 50 and 64 who have lost all of their teeth. I'm not talking about one or two. I mean all of them. This isn't some far-off threat. It's a reality for millions of people.
The connection to the rest of your body it's undeniable. Studies have found that people with periodontal disease are 4.5 times more likely to have chronic kidney disease. Another study linked poor daily brushing in older adults to a 65% greater risk of dementia. The war in your mouth has profound, serious consequences for your whole body.
Okay, I know that was all a bit grim, but here's the good news. Unlike our ancestors, we are not helpless in this fight. Not at all. We have an incredible modern arsenal to fight back and actually win this war.
I mean, just look how far we've come. 14,000 years ago, our ancestors were basically scraping out rotten bits of teeth with sharp rocks. Then, in the 1800s, the Industrial Revolution made sugar super cheap and cavities just exploded. But today, we understand the enemy. We have the science, we have the tools, and we have the knowledge to fight back effectively. So, what's your game plan? How do you win this thing every single day? It's actually pretty simple. You gotta brush and floss to physically kick the enemy out and get rid of their food supply. You can use fluoride to make your enamel armor even stronger. And, maybe most importantly, you can cut off the enemy's supply lines. That means limiting all those sugary and starchy foods that they love so much. You know, when you boil it all down, this huge, ancient war, it comes down to just a few minutes of your day. Just 4 minutes. That's it. That's all it takes to brush away that biofilm, to disrupt the enemy colonies, and to reinforce your defenses. We have the knowledge our ancestors could have only dreamed of. The only question left is how are you going to use it?